Hello and good morning to all of you, my dear children of class 10. This is economics application, and today is 29th of April. I'm going to take a continuation video on the same topic that we discussed in the previous video. This is given on page number 119, and the topic is reasons for low efficiency of Indian laborers. You have already come to know what is efficiency. It is the ability of a laborer to perform in a given time period. Now, whether they perform it in a better way or the condition of the work that they have performed is not good, that quality we call it as efficiency. Some of the laborers, they perform better in short period of time. Their efficiency is said to be higher. And those laborers who spend a lot of time, but at the end of the day their work done is very little or not in good condition, it is said to be they are less efficient laborers. So now when we discuss from Indian perspective our economy, we come to know that the condition of Indian laborers is not good. Now we have come to know that the Indian laborers are less efficient in comparison to the laborers of the developed economy. Our laborers' efficiency is less. In this class, dear children, we shall discuss why. What are the reasons why the efficiency of Indian laborers is low, and if it is so, then how can we overcome this problem? How can we improve? So our class will be restricted to these mere two concepts, and this will wind up the lesson as well. This is the last topic for this lesson. So it's on page number 119, reasons for low efficiency of Indian laborers. The first is traditional and less efficient technique. What does it mean? Every productive mechanism requires some technology. We use technology everywhere. Like in this class also, I am also using a technology. There is a board and this one marker. These all are technology. There is a stand. There is a camera. There is a mobile. These all are technology. We use technology everywhere these days. We use technology, but the technology we use in India is outdated and obsolete. It means we are using old technology. This is particularly true if we consider our primary sector, our farmer. India is an agrarian economy. Majority of the population depends on agriculture directly or indirectly, and the technology we use is very, very outdated. That means a vast population is engaged on agriculture, but the production is not enough. The reason is outdated technology we use. That's an inefficient technology we use. The probable reason could be, a possible reason could be, our farmers are illiterate. Especially this is seen in the agrarian sector, primary sector. They are illiterate. They do not much know about what is infrastructure, what is technology. Even if it is so, it is very expensive. Even if they buy, since they are illiterate, they cannot use it. And the very fact they are illiterate and they do not much know about it. This leads to less efficiency. Next is lack of highly trained labor force. Training. You require training. In order to enable yourself to use a technology, you require training, you require knowledge, which our farmer lack, which in the village sector, if you talk about the village, in most of in India, majority of the people live in the villages, and in village sector there is a very little prospect of higher education and training. Because of this, our children, they grow in such situation, and once they reach where they need to work, they may be absorbed in the work, but since they lack the knowledge, they may not work to that potential. So it is because of the lack of trained labor force. That means we don't have knowledge, and they don't have much training about how to handle the technology. It leads to less production, hence the efficiency is also low. Next is problem of power shortage. This is a very, very acute problem. Power shortage means electricity. In most of mostly in most of the parts of our economy, there is electricity failure. See, wherever you live, how often the electricity fails. And these days, every big establishments, the industries, the farms and the factories, everything runs on electricity. And when there is a electricity failure, the problem arises, the production stops. This leads to inefficiency. Though the labor is there, but their production will be less. So this is shortage of power supply. There is a supply of electricity only for 18 hours, only for 15 hours in many parts of India. So this is a very, we cannot blame the farmers for this, we cannot blame the laborers for this, but this is, our setup is like that. So anyway, because of the power shortage, the efficiency of the Indian laborers is low. Next is the working condition. You need to have a congenial environment, you need to have a hygienic environment. Wherever the laborers do work, especially this is not for agriculture, this is for farms and factories. Wherever the laborers do work, you need to provide them. India is a humid, very, very hot and humid country. You need to, throughout the year, we have at least 300 days of bright and sunny day in India. It is very, very hot. And in this country, in the establishments, in the farms and the factories, the entrepreneurs need to provide a congenial environment, a hygienic environment. This includes the provision of the fan, the provision of the water, drinking water facility. There should be canteen. Such, in the absence of this, the labor, once they get exhausted, they need something to regain their power. The fans provides them comfort. It encourages them and it enhances their ability to perform better. But when such kind of facilities are not available, the efficiency declines, because once the labor get exhausted, there is no such means to regain their lost energy. So when the exhausted labor do work, you can understand the efficiency will definitely be less. So that is working condition. Next is the low wages. Low wages means the salary, the payment, the wages given to our laborers is less. You know what happens when the wage itself is less? The standard of living will be low. That means they cannot eat nutritious food, they cannot have a nutritious diet. Once they fall ill, they have to depend on local remedies, they cannot go to good hospitals. So in short, you can say, when the wage is low, they will have a very, very low standard of living. They cannot go to good doctors, they cannot have nutritious food, they cannot send their children to good schools and good colleges where they can get the training. Already we discussed here about the lack of trained labor force. It is also because of the low wage. When the wage itself is low, people cannot send their children for higher education to good schools and colleges and universities. And it is because of this reason they continue to struggle. Their parents' wage was less, their children's wage also will be less. So it is because of the low wage, the efficiency will be less, because low wages means poor physical and mental condition and also lack of training, and because of this reason the efficiency also will be less. Absence of adequate social security scheme is another one. It means the laborers need to be secured. Like once a labor fall ill, he need a free kind of treatment from the establishment. This boosts in him some confidence. He should be given insurance, he should be given after retirement some kind of benefits, he should be given free hospitalization. Such kind of social security scheme boosts in confidence in the laborers, and so they don't have to worry about anything else. They will simply concentrate. If such kind of provisions are provided to the laborers, they will be confident, they will not worry, and they will, rather than worrying or concentrating on any other matter, they will concentrate on the job they perform, and it results in increase in efficiency. Next is, and the last one is, absence of competitive environment. Competition is very, very important. Wherever there is a competition, it would lead to increase in efficiency. That means when there is a competition, a person will try to prove himself better than the other, and ultimately on a larger scale, it leads to development of the economy. It makes a big impact on the economy. So, before 1991, our industries were all provided protection from external competition as well as from the internal competition. 1991, before 1991, our industries were provided protection. No foreign countries, no foreign farms or the industries could come to India and compete with our indigenous factories. So such kind of competition was not there before 1991, and protection had been provided. So when protection is provided, there is no competition, and in lack of competition, the efficiency is bound to fall, or efficiency is bound to decrease. So this is one of the major reasons why there is a very little chance of increasing one's efficiency, and this was very true when we consider the secondary sector, that is the farms and the factories. When we consider, because of the provision of the protection to such kind of factories, there was little chance of improvement, and this has been one of the major cause for the decline in efficiency of Indian laborers. So dear children, these are some of the reasons why. There are so many other reasons, but these are the broad reasons we can say are responsible for low efficiency in the Indian laborers. Now, merely knowing the reasons of the low efficiency of the Indian laborers is not enough. We need to find out some solutions to that. Now, the important matter is this: if this is the sickness, then what is the solution? What is the medicine? So let us now discuss the remedies, that's the measures to improve efficiency. If we say that traditional and outdated technology we are using, then the solutions to this is that we should be able to use the advanced technology. Now in this, the government can provide the advanced technology. Subsidy government has been providing, like whenever you buy a tractor in a village, if you apply for subsidy, you will get at a reduced price, you will get. That is also a technology. HYV seeds and fertilizers, this one you can say irrigation, provision of the irrigation, these all are provided by the government at a subsidized rate. So these all are the technology, use of advanced technology. By means of this, we can increase our efficiency. Next is education. We lacked in education. There's a problem, a highly trained labor force. We had no training, and among our labor force, such kind of education and training has to be provided. Wherever possible, it has to be provided free of cost by the government or by the entrepreneurs to its worker. If the entrepreneur provides his worker such kind of training and education timely, then the workers will have in-depth knowledge of the work that they have been performing. It boosts in them some confidence, it gives them much knowledge, and when they utilize such kind of training and knowledge, the work done by them will be better. Hence, by providing the education and training, we can increase the efficiency of Indian laborers. Next is the problem was in the working condition. That means the lack of canteen, lack of fans, lack of water, hygienic environment, such kind of things were not there. And if this is because of if it is this reason because of which the Indian laborers were lagging in their efficiency, then there must be an improvement in this situation, in this condition. So the solution is improvement in the working condition. And what are the elements required in improving the working condition? I have already discussed, like fans, water, canteen, such kind of things can be provided to them. Next is low wage, higher wage. The same problem, just give a solution to that. Higher wage, the same answer as I told you what were the problem because of the lower wage. If the wage is increased, wage increase means adequate and commensurate. Suitable wage has to be given, because if you pay them well, their standard of living will be good, better. No, they can have nutritious food, mentally sound, and they can send their children to good schools, education, colleges, and then universities, and then good they'll have training, and their quality will increase. Hence, the efficiency will also rise. So that is the higher wages. This is what higher wages do. And the last one is social security schemes. The problem was absence of social security scheme, and the solution is provision of social security schemes. When this is provided, the laborers can confidently work for the establishment. They don't have to worry about what will happen once I retire. They don't have to worry about it, because after the retirement, the establishment has already thought of something for them. When they are working, they don't have to think if I fall ill, what will happen to my family? Because the establishment is there to think about their family when they fall ill. Free treatment can be provided. Such kind of social security, these are called social security scheme. Such kind of social security scheme can be provided in order to make the workers tension free, so that they can concentrate in their establishment and in their trade, and this would lead to increase in the absence of the Indian laborers. So dear children, we have come to the end of this lesson. These were the problems, these were the last lesson, that is the reasons for the low absence of Indian laborers, and these are also the solutions how we can overcome these problems. So we have completed this chapter. Hope you had a good time in this chapter. This lesson was very short and interesting chapter, but very practical. You see, because you see laborers everywhere, and we all are laborers. Those people who are earning, who are working for money, they all are laborers. Now one day he will become a laborer, because he will require money. When we work for money, we are laborer. When we work not for money, then we are not laborers. We are doing it out of benevolence, we are doing it out of joy, satisfaction, no, recreation. So anyway, we have come to end this lesson. Dear children, at the end of this lesson, I must tell you that you must work and solve the questions given at the end of this lesson, and please do submit it for correction as well. Sadly, we have to continue in the same mode of education. We may not be able to see each other, I don't think very quickly in the next few days. So because of this reason, I am going to give some topic for project also. Maybe next week I will give you the topic, and in the meantime, during this course of lockdown period, you can complete and keep it ready. As soon as we resume our school, you can submit, so that the load on you will be less. So dear children, please do complete the work given at the end of this lesson and submit for correction as well. Take care of you, and please study at home. Thank you.